Remember trying to find toilet paper last March when the pandemic hit? Yeah, so that's what it's like trying to find a house right now in the Charleston market. Hi guys, I'm Katarina here with Realty One Group Coastal, and today I'll be going through 2020, a year in review for real estate in Charleston. Oh, 2020, you will not be missed. Along with toilet paper becoming the hottest commodity of 2020, so many other weird things happened. Murder hornets became a thing, wildfires happened in Australia and California, the royal family fell apart, rioting and protests all over the country. There was the weirdest election that's probably ever happened in the United States, and obviously, the coronavirus pandemic. Of all these things, COVID has definitely affected the real estate market the most. When the pandemic first hit, I remember everyone thinking, what's going to happen? People thought the market was going to crash completely. Boy, were they wrong. Charleston Trident Association of Realtors just released their annual market report for Charleston, stating that 2020 was a record-breaking year for Charleston residential real estate. In 2020, 21,826 homes closed at a median price of $300,000 in the Charleston area. To compare that to the year before in 2019, 18,615 homes closed at a median price of $277,000. This shows a 17% growth in the number of homes sold and an 8% increase in median price. Now this just comes to basic supply and demand. Inventory data shows a 56% decrease in homes for sale in the last 12-month period. There were only 2,440 homes available in the Charleston MLS at the end of the year. This represents just a 1.3-month supply of inventory. To give a reference point, a healthy market has about 6 months supply of inventory, and we are down to 1. So prices have gone up and homes for sale have gone down. 2020 also had the lowest interest rates ever seen. The Federal Reserve dropped rates due to COVID-19, which has led to 2020 also being the year of refinancing. Of course, rates vary person to person based on credit, income, debt, etc., but rates have dipped below 3%, which is unheard of. New construction is another sector of the market that I wanted to touch on. Previously owned homes have seen a drop in supply from about 3.5 months to 1.2 months of inventory over the past 5 years. And new construction supply has dropped from 4.3 to 1.5 months. The lumber shortage in 2020 didn't help. When COVID first hit, a lot of lumber mills slowed their production down in order to protect their employees, but they didn't imagine that the demand would be so high for new construction homes. In fact, treated and untreated framing lumber increased in price by 50% over the last year due to the demand and low supply. Some trends that started in 2020 that are still happening in 2021 are: buyers need more office space in their home due to remote work, so they need an additional bedroom or just square footage where they can fit that into their house. They're also realizing they don't have to commute as far, so they're okay being a little further out from the city. A major portion of the buyers that I've been working with, and I know a lot of other buyers, are coming from the New Jersey, New York, and California areas where the cost of living is high. If they don't have a job to tie them there anymore and they can work wherever they want, they're realizing that there are many other great places to live, such as Charleston. More people are also doing DIY projects. Now that they're spending more time at home and with a little help from stimulus checks, people want to put equity into their homes when they can. Another change in 2020 was the rise of virtual showings. Before COVID, buying a home sight unseen was pretty uncommon and most people would shake their heads at the idea. But with how competitive the market is, now it's a good way to see the home without having to fly or drive all the way down here if you're out of town, or even if you have to work and you can't make it. I've certainly done a lot of virtual tours in 2020, and I try to be as detailed as possible so you feel like you are actually seeing the house. Although this market is extremely competitive, there are ways to get a boost up on the competition and still win on your dream home. You will just have to move quick, and that's what I'm here to help you do. If there's a new listing that comes up, we make sure to see it right away, and I can help you strategize on ways to beat other offers in a multiple offer situation. With 2020 gone, I think 2021 will still be a great year for real estate. I predict that home values will continue to rise, especially if supply stays this low. More people will still be moving to suburbs, increasing the prices in those areas and lowering the prices in major cities such as New York City. Mortgage rates are expected to rise after experiencing all-time lows, but they will remain low to continue homebuyer demand and refinancing. Also, with forbearances coming to an end, we may see an increase in foreclosures, but since the market is so strong and there are less homes available anyways, I do think that sellers will be able to try the traditional market before having to go into foreclosure. Also, foreclosures won't see the deep discount that they once saw in 2008 because the banks aren't experiencing the high volume of foreclosure properties that they once were. They can still get a pretty high price for foreclosure properties just because the market is so strong. Charleston was already one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. And now that people can live practically wherever they want, more people are moving here than ever before. Homes are continuing to fly off the shelves, so if you're considering selling your home, I'd love to talk to you about why now might be the perfect time to make that move. And that's all I've got, so I hope you enjoyed my 2020 recap video for Charleston real estate, and I look forward to good things in 2021.